For this week's lesson, we will be mailing Veterans Day cards to the local Veterans Hospital to show our appreciation for their service. A veteran is a former member of the Armed Forces of the United States. This includes the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marine Corps, and the Coast Guard. These are people who served on active duty and were discharged under conditions which were other than dishonorable. Each one of these branches of the armed forces are there to protect and keep us safe. The materials you are going to need are colored pencils, a pen, a pencil, an envelope, and a stamp. You're also going to need your mailing address and your letter. So let's focus on our letter first. So you'll need your pencil and your pen and your letter, and you can put the rest of the things away for now. Now that our space is nice and clean, we can put down our letter, we can set aside our black pen, and we can use our pencil. We're using pencil today just in case we make a mistake. It's easy to erase and start over. If we start with the pen, there's no going back and we won't be able to erase. So let's get started. Like all letters, I want to start my letter with who we're writing this letter to. So today we're going to be writing our letter to a soldier. So I'm going to start at the top and I'm going to write, Dear Soldier. Now that I know who it's for, I want to write that person a nice little note. So I want to write, thank you for protecting our country and for keeping us safe. So now that I've finished writing my letter, I'm going to let them know who it's from. So at the bottom of my letter, I'm going to write, your friend, Mr. Jason. That looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with my letter. So now it's time to trace over it with pen so it's permanent. I'm all done tracing, I'm going to take my eraser and I'm going to erase over all the words so I can remove any extra pencil marks. Now you can color the guy on the inside if you want, that's an option. But first I want you to flip over your card and we're going to work on this side. Now on this side we're going to draw a flag. And a flag is pretty easy to draw. We're going to go through some basic steps, but our flag is red, white, and blue. So we're going to need those colors. To draw a flag, we're first going to have to start out with our flag pole, which we're going to draw straight up and down. So we're going to draw a line up. And we're going to draw another line up. And most of the time on the top of a flagpole, there's a ball. So we're going to draw a ball on the top. So just draw a circle. Next, we're going to draw the outline of the flag. I want my flag to look like it's flowing, so I'm going to draw a wavy snake-like pattern. And in order to make it look right, we want to match that pattern and do the same thing on the bottom. So when it curves down, you're going to want to curve down, and when it curves up, you're going to want to curve up as well, down and up. And at the end, you can draw a straight line that connects those together. Okay. If your flag looks like that, it's looking pretty good so far. Next, we're going to draw the blue square that is in the corner of our flag, which all 50 of our stars reside in. So I'm going to do the same thing. Follow the curve in the flag. If it goes down, you go down. If it goes up, you go back up. And then draw a line straight up. Okay, next is the red. So for the red stripes, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to draw a line that follows the line of the top and comes down and goes back up to the top. All right. And we're going to continue doing that all the way down. So lines that follow each other in the pattern. So if they're coming down here, they're going to go around and they're going to go to the end. They're going to come down here, they're going to go around, and they're gonna go to the end. Now you gotta start way over here. It's gonna go down here. It's gonna go up here. It's gonna come down and to the end. And you're gonna keep doing this until you finish drawing all the lines of your flag. Now I'm gonna color in every other line red on our flag. So I'm gonna start with this one. I'm gonna color this one red. Then I'm gonna color this one red, this one, and this one. So every other. Color this one red, skip this one, color this one red, skip this one, color this one red, skip this one. Well, that looks very nice. I know. Our flag has 13 stripes in it, and this flag only has 7, but it's pretty close, and I think it'll work. Also, we're not going to be able to put 50 little stars in here because we have 1 star for each state in this country. So we're just going to put a few stars in and color around them. Your flag might not be perfect, but I'm sure your friend that you're sending this to will appreciate it very much. So I'm just going to finish off my flag post and bring it all the way down, and I'm going to color the rest of the picture. Now that we're finished with our letter, I want you to set this aside, and we are going to take out our pen, our pencil, our envelope, your stamp, your return address, and your mailing address. Now, the return address will go in the top corner here, and the mailing address will go on the bottom. So who you're going to send it to will be in this spot, and this would be your address normally, but we've done the school's address for this project. All right, let's get started. Okay, we are going to use pencil first because if we make a mistake, we want to make sure that we can erase it. And we want to make sure that we double, triple check our addresses so it goes to the right place and it'll come back to the right place. We're going to start with the return address first. So I'm going to put this one to the side as well as my pen and my stamp. I won't need those. And I'm going to copy the school's address where the return address should go. Now that we've filled out the return address, we can move on to the mailing address. And we're still going to want to use pencil just in case we make a mistake. Now that I've finished my mailing address and my return address and my mailing address, I'm going to double, triple check to make sure they're correct and they're both the same. And then I'm going to get my pen out and I'm going to trace over the words so that it's permanent, so no one can erase it when it's in the mail. Finish tracing in pen, I can take my eraser and erase all the pencil marks that are left. Now on to the last step of the envelope. You can take your stamp and take it off its sticky paper, and you can stick it right on the corner of your envelope, and now it's ready to mail. The last thing you need to do is put in your letter. All right, so if you fold your letter in half, it's not going to fit in your envelope. So we're going to learn how to fold your letter correctly so it fits in this envelope. All right, so what I want you to do is fold your paper up only a third of the way. So we're gonna fold your paper from the bottom up 1/3, and we're gonna make a crease, and then we're gonna fold the top flap down a third. And if it's not perfect, that's fine, but you do want to make it the size of your envelope so it fits perfectly. And there you go. Stick this thing inside your envelope. And then you can get this wet or lick it and seal your envelope, and it's ready to go into the mailbox. All right, well, I hope you had fun writing your letter this week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.